expected, up to 20 miles an hour, but a little, faster in the Columbia River Valley, but to the east of the Cascades. Spokane, you have winds moving to the northeast at up to 20 miles an hour, maybe close to 25. Let's talk about temperatures real quick. Oh, hey, hey, Wild Likayon. How are you doing today? For me, well, it's Saturday, and so far the weather's been nice. I mean, nothing much to complain about, but thing is that this is the last weekend of summer, astronomical summer, that is, because Monday is the first day of astronomical fall, which means the next astronomical summer day, the first astronomical summer day, will happen next year. So, bye bye summer. And also, Wild, is it raining over there? Sorry, I was yawning. Let's take a look at the temperatures. Temperatures throughout New England, they range from the upper 50s to low 60s, except for let me see, Edmundston, Maine, and we work our way down to New York and Pennsylvania, where temperatures are in the 60s and 70s. There, Greater New York City area, temperatures are in the 70s, going down along the I-95 corridor into the Mid-Atlantic, where you have Maryland, D.C., Delaware, and Virginia. Temperatures are in the 70s to low 80s. West Virginia, temperatures are in the upper 70s to mid-80s. Let's take a look at the southeast states. It did this morning. Now it's just cloudy. Well, all I can say is, Wild, is that may be unfortunate that it may be raining, but cloudiness, yes, it does stop the rain, but it still doesn't change the fact that it feels depressing. I wouldn't call it bad weather. I call it depressing. It's kind of like one of those type of weathers where you can go outside, but you're not going to get some sun. You know what I mean? In the southeast, temperatures, with the exception of the Outer Banks, they are in the 80s to low 90s. Places like Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and Tennessee. But in the Outer Banks, temperatures are in the 70s. Arkansas and Louisiana, temperatures range from the upper 70s to low 90s. We go down to Florida. Temperatures there are in the 80s to mid 90s. In Oklahoma and Texas, temperatures there in Oklahoma, they are in the upper 70s to 80s. Texas, temperatures are actually in the 80s and 90s, up until you get to about 95 in some places. In the Ohio Valley, temperatures range from the low 70s to upper 80s throughout the entirety of the Ohio River Valley. In the Great Lakes region, temperatures there, they actually in Michigan, they range from 61 in Sault Ste. Marie to 88 in Grand Rapids. Wisconsin, temperatures there, they're in the low 60s to low 70s. Yeah, I agree. It's not bad weather, but yeah, kind of depressing. I know, right? In the Dakotas, you get temperatures that are in the mid 60s to mid 70s. Minnesota, temperatures there, they're in the 60s to low 70s. Going down along the Missouri River Valley, your area, Wild, temperatures there, they're in the upper 50s in degrees Fahrenheit, but they're close to around the mid teens in degrees Celsius. Let's see what we got in the Missouri River Valley, the four states of Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, and Nebraska. Temperatures are in the 70s to low 80s. I know that may sound sounds like less effort, but it's just that I'm trying to make room for Kingdom Hearts 2 in the second hour, if you know what I mean. In Montana, you have temperature in Montana and Idaho and Wyoming. Temperatures they're in the 70s to mid 80s from what it looks like, all throughout the three states of Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming. Hold on a minute. All right, I'm back in Nevada, Utah, and Colorado. Let's see what we got. Okay, so temperatures in Colorado, they range from 66 in Colorado Springs to 80 in Denver. In Utah, temperatures are in the 70s to mid 80s. Throughout much of Nevada, temperatures are in the upper 60s to mid 70, upper 70s. Throughout the southern half, temperatures are in the 80s to low 90s. So Wild, like, did you manage to try to do something outdoors today, or did you just stay home? In New Mexico, temperatures they're in the mid 70s to upper 80s. Northern half of Arizona, temperatures are in the 70s to low 80s. Southern half, temperatures are in the 90s to low hundreds. In California, let's see what we got for temperatures. Starting with 62 in Eureka, temperatures are in the 70s to low 80s in the Bay Area. 82 degrees in LA, 75 in in San Diego, 98 in Indio. Temperatures all throughout the Central Valley, California. They are in the 80s to low 90s. In the Pacific Northwest, temperatures throughout Oregon and Washington, mostly temperatures are in the range from the low 70s to upper 80s. Gusts, I might go out again later. Well, let me see. I've gone for a few walks today, but that's about that. Ah, I see. Yeah, I mean, I know given the weather in your area, it may not sound like an ideal type of thing to do, but at least you do what you can, right? And you might go out later again. Oh, okay. Well, just so you know, Wild, I'm only gonna be here until 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which means that we only have about an hour and 36 minutes left of the stream. Just so you know, in case if you're wondering if you'd be able to make it back. Wind gusts, well, much of the wind gusts have been relatively calm throughout the eastern part of the country, though just up to 30 miles an hour in northern Maine. Coastal parts from the Jersey Shore all the way down to the Delmarva Peninsula. Few parts in the Outer Banks and on the east coast of Florida, up to 30 miles per hour in gusts. And in the Great Lakes region, around up to 35 miles an hour of wind gusts. The southern plains in Texas, but not all of Texas, just the western part. Wind gusts are up to 30, and as well as parts of Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and Wyoming, and maybe up to 40 to 50 miles an hour in northwestern Montana and in the Cascades up to 30. Humidity. There's plenty of humidity in South Florida. A lot of humidity in West Virginia, from Pittsburgh all the way to places like Harrisonburg, Virginia, and Richmond, Virginia, and eastern Ohio. Plenty of humidity throughout much of Wisconsin, western Illinois, and much of western Minnesota and the eastern Dakotas. Yeah, I might be out by 7:30, so I don't think I'll be able to make it before 8 o'clock. I see. I'm actually going to be talking about the weather, and then around 7 o'clock, I transition to Kingdom Hearts 2, but I'm not going to expect any kind of good things coming out of the game, because, I mean, I'm up to the part where there's the world that never was, which means that I gotta get to level 50. If I don't, I get slaughtered again for no reason, without a chance of defending myself, without a chance of anything. But I'll discuss more about the details once I get to Kingdom Hearts 2. See some humidity in eastern Oklahoma. But dry conditions are still a thing throughout much of the Northeast. Let's talk about rainfall accumulation. Right? Now, where's the rainfall? Some of the rain may still be in the Virginias, which happens to fall about no more than an inch of rain in some places. The Mississippi Valley, up to an inch or two in some places, especially Chicago, points southwest, up to 2 inches of rain, and the other parts of the western half of the Great Lakes region, and northwestern Minnesota, and central Kansas. Pacific Northwest, and the peninsula part known as Olympic National Park, about up to 2 to 3 inches of rain, locally heavier amounts though. Now keep in mind, it'd be better if you guys consult with your local officials and local weather office, just so that you guys know the actual amount, because these, what I'm showing you guys, are estimates. Doesn't really reflect on the actual amounts. For example, like let's say like it's estimated to be 2 inches of rain. Some people might get an inch of rain, or 3 inches, or in between, or nothing at all. And that includes gusts, wind speed, and wind direction, based on any storms that they occur. And in which case, the Northern Plains is one of those places. All right. Give me a moment. I need to stretch. Yeah, I've been outside actually, shopping. So, what do we got? Start off with, let's see, we're gonna assume that this is right now. This is the GFS 500 millibar map. Now, what does this mean? Well, there's going to be there's a trough right now that's over the upper Mississippi Valley, a ridge over the desert southwest. Another trough that's connected, located over the southeast, and a ridge over New York State. What does this mean? Well, basically, we're dealing with some wet weather that's located in the upper Mississippi Valley, parts of the Great Lakes region, and parts of the West. But yet, we have pop-up thunderstorms, pop-up storms throughout the South,